It is Thursday, February 13th, and for those of you who are watching at home, it's a short video. I just have to do an explaining thing. You're going to find a link to this piece of paper on today's thing. It's what you're going to need. You'll get the actual piece of paper when you show up, or you can print it yourself. This, excuse me, is our first homework assignment. Living children in front of me, you're going to want to take a look at a piece of paper here that you have now written name on, so I can do explaining thing for you. Yesterday's quiz has been updated on Skyward, so you should have grade thing on to there. When we do speech guessing things here in a moment, which I'm not recording, you don't get to see that at home. You have to have speech guessing sheet and a pen to make it work. All right. This is going to be your first, homework for this year. Here is how this first homework assignment is going to work. 1, due date, as it says behind me, is Wednesday of next week. So you have almost a week to work on it. So Wednesday of next week, which is the 1/19. If you ask me later when it's due, your answer is Monday, because that's the whole joy of irresponsible children. So if you don't write it down, you give me permission to pick what day it's going to be, and I pick Monday. You are going to be creating your own Fable for this homework. Not one that you steal from the internet if you want all your points. That'll get you a 5 out of 10, but you have to create your own. Here are the steps you're going to go through. 1, figure out what moral you want to teach. You can pick any moral you want to. If you're on my Remind, I am sending out a Remind tonight with a list of like 100 some morals on it, and you can choose one of those. Or create your own moral. Like, don't buy food when you have hardly any B points, or don't run around the room when the teacher's in a bad mood, or any number of things. It does not necessarily have to be a good moral. Your moral could be, you should start every day drinking 4 full-size Monsters before first period. That's a horrible moral, but if that's what you want to teach us, that follows the directions. So you just have to pick a lesson that you want to teach us. Then there's a part on there where it says characters. You have to list each character you're going to use in your fable. Yes, they have to be animals. They have to be animals from our notes that we took, because you have to have a motif that goes along with them, as in a cow is dumb, or a pig is messy, or a goat eats a lot. If there's an animal you want to use and you don't know the motif for it, ask me, and I will tell you what the motif is. If there's a motif you want to use, but you don't know the animal, ask me, and I'll tell you. Like if you want to do stubborn, I can tell you which animal connects to stubborn on that one.
A donkey.
Again, good job, it is a donkey.
A donkey.
You do not have to have all those slots filled up. If you tell a story about one character, that's fine. If you have more than 5 characters, you're going to have to put more slots on there and then list more characters. But every character that pops up has to be listed with their motif. You have to have a title for your fable. The title is most likely just the animals in it. The chipmunk and the squirrel, the squid and the pig. Or you can be more creative and do something like the otter that talked in class and got a detention. That's fine also. So you can sort of pick whichever one you want to do. For the writing of it, it's going to be between 2 and 5 paragraphs. So all of the writing is going to go on here. If you'd rather type it up, you can type it up instead, as long as you print it out on paper. And you're going to have to bring in papery and copy for this one. That is the first assignment. Here's your second assignment. There is, but they're connected to each other. Here's your second assignment. This is your next speech. Wednesday, you are turning this fable into a speech that you are telling us in front of the class. So whatever fable you come up with is one that you are going to tell to us. Your speech will be between 30 seconds and a minute. Should not be less than 30 seconds, should not be longer than a minute, because again, 2 to 5 paragraphs. Plus, you are creating your own note card. This is your note card. Whatever you write on this is what you bring up with you. If you show up on Wednesday and this is blank, you don't get to use a note card. You get a 0 on one assignment, and then for your speech, you don't get a note card, because your note card has nothing on it. So I recommend filling it out. Not filling it out doesn't hurt me. It just entertains me, because then you get to be in front of the class having no idea what's going on. So that'll be the 2 second grades. The second 10-point grade is you giving a speech. First 10-point grade is writing this out. Second one, speech. Starts Wednesday. Nick, what's up?
Can we have multiple characters?
Yeah, you can have. That's why there's multiple spots.
No, I mean like duplicates.
Two what's?
Like 2 hippos and 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's fine with me. I have no problem with that. Grant.
Does the moral have to make sense?
I mean, you can't put something like ducks jump verbal hop job red dog man, but it can be weird if that's what you mean.
Like, don't eat unless you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. That's weird. I can handle weird.
Just something stupid.
That's weird. Works for me. All right. Then these are example morals. You don't have to use any of these. It's just to help you out. Again, I will send these out on Remind tonight. You can Google your own. There's lists and lists of morals you can find out there you're welcome to use. Again, if you'd rather create your own, that is fine with me. Some kids are more creative than others. Lists upon lists. Carrington.
So when you're giving your speech,
Uh-huh.
right? I mean, not your speech, your whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Can you have the audience guess your moral?
Possibly. That's not bad. I like your thinking on that. We'll see what happens. All right. Home children. That's
Like,
all we
wait,
have.
wait. If they don't guess your moral,
No. Good try.
can you?
Home children, this is all we have for you. Now that you know what you're going to be doing for it, that's all I need from you. We're now going to listen to these kids give speeches. Go back to being not dead.
If
All
they
right.
don't guess your